Okay, well, thank you very much, Brad. I appreciate it. We've got another look at the local coming up right here for you. Let's take a look at what's going on outside right now. As you can see, we've got current conditions at 87 degrees right now in the capital city with a 58-degree dew point. Means it's still nice and dry out there, only 37% humidity. So it feels better than it will later on, say once we get into those muggy days of July and August. But watch out because that does increase the fire danger just a little bit, so do be careful. Across the region right now, you can see mid-80s across much of the coastal areas. Into the lower 90s still, however, as you get more inland. The coastal areas are a little bit rain-cooled in some of them. Of course, just being near the water always helps out with your temperatures. Dew points, much of the same, lower inland, a little bit higher as you get towards the coast where we've got those warm, moist air coming in off the Gulf and off of the Atlantic as you get back towards Jacksonville. Right now it's 65 in Perry, 57 in Mariana, and those should continue to hold pretty steady over the next few hours and continue to bring us more of this weather over the next couple of days. Local radar right now not showing very much in our area. All of it's confined to our south as to our north as some of those sea breeze fronts kick in. We've stayed in that nice dry spot though, but it is June, it's the start of hurricane season, so let's take a look. Where do we see our development of hurricanes in the month of June? Well, typically we see it back here in the Gulf and into the Western Caribbean. They typically tend to move up into Texas or up across Florida. But right now, what have we got going on? Not much to speak of, at least not around our area. For this, you have to go to our old school satellites because we're going all the way to the northeast Atlantic. Let me give you your bearings here, folks. Here we are back in Tallahassee. Up here is a small system. It's hidden behind the banner. It's so far away. It is in motion there. It is a small subtropical system, could become a tropical depression or maybe even a tropical storm over the next 24 hours before it gets into over cold waters again. If it should become a tropical storm, it would be Anna, our first tropical storm of the season. As you can see, Bill, Claudette, and Danny would be the next names down the list. The forecast so far is for approximately 10 named storms, depending on who you ask, which would bring us all the way down to the name Joaquin this year, if we should get that many. So let's take a look at what's going on closer to home where we would expect development this time of year. Not a lot. The Western Caribbean is pretty clear right now, as is the Southern Gulf. A little bit of a flare-up up here, but the National Hurricane Center hasn't even mentioned it right now. However, it is going to play a factor in our weather over the next couple of days. As you can see with our precipitation forecast, all this rain is going to move up out of the Gulf, some of the heavier stuff moving our way, giving us just an increased chance of precipitation over the next few days. So let's take a look. We'll see our 7-day forecast coming up ahead. As you can see, Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, there's that increased chance of thunderstorms. And as we move into the weekend, a clearing out trend, which should be very, very nice for us. 87 on Wednesday, 85 on Thursday and Friday again. So that's pretty much all we have going on. Again, it is the start of hurricane season, so definitely be sure to keep an eye on that. I'm student meteorologist Brandon Neal. This has been your 4FSU Local Forecast. Please join us again tomorrow night at 6:30.